In responding to the question, is there a God? An obvious and possibly as important question to ask is if there is a purpose to life. Because if there is a God and there's still no purpose, then it almost doesn't matter that there is a God. However, if there is a purpose to our existence, what is it? What determines it? How does one discover it? And once we discover it, are we obliged to fulfill it? These questions and more arise when pondering the thought of a life with or without purpose. So let's consider first a life, our existence, as having no purpose, no reason. It's just happenstance that we're here. If this were true, then nothing really matters. None of this existence matters. What we do or do not do, none of it matters at all. Why not live an entirely selfish life? All laws, man-made or the seeming laws of nature, do not matter. Break whichever serves your desires. Certainly, one would have to be cautious not to get caught breaking those rules so brazenly that mankind would feel compelled to stop you. But even then, at the end of it all, who cares? Because none of it matters. Now let's consider that there is a purpose to life. If you look at the world and all of the creatures and living organisms, geology and astronomy, you will see that there is harmonic balance and even a system. Living creatures of every size and form operate as if from birth from a set of clear instructions. The spider, for example, from birth instinctively knows how to catch and eat flies using intrinsically known methods of web building that create a near invisible way of catching their prey. A tree that bears fruit. The fruit is designed in a way to ensure an animal will eat it and spread and carry its seed to another place to continue the progeny of that tree. So all of this has a system, an observable system, an observable harmony, and all of them work, never deviating. It's not as if a spider gets tired of catching flies and goes into retirement or just quits. All this could theoretically continue harmoniously, perpetually, without end. Then there's mankind, sticking out as a giant sore thumb. Rebellious, deviant, unprogrammed at birth, and if anything, a detriment to the other creatures that share the earth. There is little harmony or balance when it comes to man. In fact, man's contribution to the system seems to be either chaos or creative, but both disrupt the balance that I've described, and neither satisfy man. In fact, it seems like nothing on earth can satisfy even the most prosperous among us. All other creatures are content in their monotonous tasks for thousands or even millions of years, depending on who you ask, but clearly man is left desiring something that so far the earth and all of its bounty does not offer. That something, I believe, is purpose, and the author of that purpose is God. Instinctively, or at least as a form of hope, I think we all feel this in varying degrees, that there is more to life than eating, breathing, moving, and reproducing. And so in this series of videos that I'm doing, I hope to communicate how it is that I came to believe and rely on God. I do believe that there is a purpose to life, and it is filling that void that the earth and all of its material cannot fill. So hopefully in this video, I brought up some thoughts and questions that maybe you've already considered and pondered. Let me know what your thoughts are to the examples I gave in the comment section below. And in the next video, I'm going to be discussing how do you find out what the purpose of life is? Because if there is a purpose and God is the author of that purpose, then it stands to reason that God would reveal that answer. And I am speaking of a personal revelation, not hearsay, if you want to describe it that way, or just taking someone else's word for it. I believe that we have the right to know what the purpose of life is to ourselves from God directly. And so we'll be talking about that in the next video. Click subscribe and ring the bell if you want more videos like this, and consider clicking the share button if you know of somebody who could benefit from a conversation like this. Thanks for watching.